Today, we're diving into a medical mystery that sounds like something out of science fiction. It's a real-life case where the body's internal wiring gets, well, completely crossed.
So picture this. You're sitting down to eat your favorite meal. You take that first, delicious bite, and all of a sudden, one side of your cheek starts to sweat and get flushed. Not your whole face, not your forehead, just this one specific spot. How weird is that? And this isn't just a random fluke. It can happen every single time. Just thinking about food, or even seeing it, can be enough to set off this super localized reaction. It's like an automatic response system that's gotten its signals totally scrambled.
So, what in the world is going on here? Well, believe it or not, this bizarre phenomenon actually has a name. It's called Frey Syndrome, or sometimes auriculotemporal syndrome. And the key clue is right there in the definition: nerve injury. This isn't just some random quirk. It's the direct result of something going wrong with the body's very intricate wiring.
To really get what's happening, we have to meet the main suspect in our little mystery. It all comes down to one single, really important nerve.
And here it is, the auriculotemporal nerve. This thing is a serious multitasker, juggling two totally different jobs in your face. And understanding those two jobs, well, that's the key to cracking this whole case.
Okay, so check this out. On one hand, part of this nerve sends a signal to a big salivary gland telling it, hey, make saliva whenever you eat. On the other hand, another part of the same nerve tells the sweat glands in your skin when it's time to sweat. See? Two separate signals, heading to two totally separate destinations. At least, that's how it's supposed to work.
So, how on earth do these two signals get so spectacularly mixed up? This, my friends, is a classic case of crossed wires. It all kicks off with some kind of injury. The auriculotemporal nerve gets damaged, and it often happens right near that big salivary gland it's supposed to be talking to. And just like that, the original lines of communication are cut.
Now, your body is incredible, right? So immediately tries to fix the problem. Those damaged nerve fibers start to regenerate, trying to regrow and find their way back to their original targets. It's a natural healing response. But here is where the mix-up happens. In all the chaos of healing, the nerve fibers that carry the make saliva signal, they get lost. They take a wrong turn, and instead of reconnecting to the salivary gland, they accidentally plug into the sweat glands in the skin right next door. And the result of that? Now, when your brain sends out the time to make saliva signal, it travels down this new rerouted path and hits the sweat glands instead. It's like a phone call going to the wrong number. The signal for saliva is now being interpreted as a signal to sweat.
It's a pretty wild biological blunder, but what can you actually do about it? Let's take a look at how doctors figure this out and help manage it.
Diagnosing it is actually really clever. Doctors can do something called a Miner's test. They basically paint the area with iodine and then dust it with starch. Then, when the person eats something and starts sweating, the moisture makes the starch and iodine react and turn dark blue. It literally creates a map showing the exact spot where the wires are crossed.
When it comes to treatment, there's a whole range of options. Things can start with topical creams or maybe some local injections to block those faulty nerve signals. And yeah, in more serious cases, surgery to cut those problematic nerve fibers is also a possibility.
But here's the thing, and it's really important to know. For most people, the symptoms are actually pretty mild. Maybe a little strange or annoying sometimes, but they're very rarely severe enough to need any kind of long-term treatment.
So after all that, after looking at this incredible mix-up happening inside our own nervous system, what's the big picture? What should we take away from this? Well, Frey Syndrome is just a perfect example of how the body's healing process, as amazing as it is, doesn't always go according to the original blueprint. It's a powerful reminder that biology can be messy and can come up with these fascinating, totally unexpected workarounds. And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to chew on. This is just one way the body's signals can get rerouted. It really makes you wonder, right? What other incredible ways could our internal wiring get crossed, leading to who knows what kind of unique human experiences?